Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is going to move forward without actors. That's what's going to happen. They're going to move forward and start shooting all their plate shots and shoot Sonic as a stuffy, probably. It'll be like a little stuffed animal of Sonic running around. They'll be shooting him and then taking him out. And they're going to start shooting in September. They said regardless if the strike is happening, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is moving forward because they want to make sure they reach that December 20th, 2024 release. And this stuff's going to be happening. You'll see more and more. I've heard also producers have been actually integrating AI to finish projects right now because they don't have people working. So that's the stuff that's happening behind closed doors. And for me, Sonic the Hedgehog, no, it's not the Hedgehog. It makes sense. It's, they're CG characters, so maybe you can shoot around James Marsden and, and Ben Schwartz can just do voiceover later. Yeah, maybe you can, but should that production even be shooting? No, it shouldn't be. But it's going to start in September. And for me, this is a slippery slope, and you're going to see more things like this happening. But this strike, it's not ending. And I see the Sonic thing, and I'm like, Sabrina, what do you think? Are you surprised that Sonic the Hedgehog is going to continue shooting? And do you think that more projects are going to happen like this because the strike's not going to end tomorrow?
No, I'm not surprised. There's also a lot of independent things shooting that SAG gave waivers for. So things are still happening. And it's a double-edged sword. Part of me is well, at least some people are working and everyone, because it's not, the writers are striking and SAG is striking, but that affects every camera person, every grip, every electric person, every wardrobe person, every hair and makeup person. There's all these different departments on set that are all making their living on a show. And if no shows are shooting, everyone is not working. There's no one working anywhere, really. You know what I mean? I say that union people, right? So there's still obviously some non-union things happening. There are still union commercials being shot because that contract has been ratified already. It's not up for renegotiation. There are music videos, documentaries, and reality TV, of course. But the large sum of people that were working on television shows and on movies are not working. And so on the one hand, it's good that there are some approved projects and some people can still get work and supplement their income and, figure things out. But on the other end, if you let too much of that slide and you go around these things too much, then you're not getting the full stop and the problem and the issue that is really what a strike is for. You know what I mean? You're giving them leeway. You're giving them an out almost in a lot of ways. And they're so far apart on so many things, both the writers and the actors with the AMPTP. So I feel like more of this is definitely going to happen because they don't want to come to an agreement and they don't want to budge the AMPTP. And so I feel like they're going to do whatever they can to salvage, whatever irons they have in the fire. It's really disappointing to hear that they're using AI to finish projects. That's really shitty. Excuse my language.
It's super shitty.
Excuse my language.
It's super shitty.
It fucking sucks, Sabrina.
It fucking sucks. There you go. It fucking sucks.
I thought you would laugh because I said I curse all the time. I thought I would get a chuckle out of somebody when I said excuse my language for shitty.
There's a chuckle.
Thanks, guys.
But Sabrina, you're right. This stuff's going to keep happening, and it's affecting everybody. Like Sabrina's saying, it's affecting everyone down the transpo, the customers, everybody. We have a friend actually that's on the picket line, and he actually works in wardrobe, and his family were like, well, the actors are on strike and the writers, but why are you not working? And he's like,
who am I going to dress?
Who am I going to dress? 100%. But you don't understand how it affects thousands and thousands of people, and not just people sitting at home watching stuff on their couch later, but people right now trying to thrive and drive their cars at $65 a gallon and shit. You know what I mean? And be able to put food in the table, and it's a big deal right now. Sean, are you surprised that Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is moving forward in all this shit, or is this just more par for the course?
No, I'm not surprised it's not. I think especially if any of your promo graphics that you've provided here are clairvoyant enough to tell us what's going to happen. A puppet with a gun is going to be hilarious to see, whether or not you're shooting with real people or not. That's a shadow joke if y'all get shadow. Anyway, just dropping that Sega knowledge.
This is a serious matter, man. Stop dropping funny jokes.
I'm sorry. It's
Jokes.
super serious.
Jokes.
This is all I'm good for, apparently. No, it sucks. Yeah, they're taking advantage of people, and it's utilizing technology in a way that really shouldn't be done ethically, morally, however you want to say it. They're deficient in all of it, and I feel for everybody still on the line, and you gotta support them. So. Yeah.
It's just shitty, as we're saying, Sean. It's just shitty. It's all of it shitty, and it's just gonna keep getting worse. We're gonna see it, and this is why these contracts are being fought over right now. Mike, are you indifferent on this? Do you feel like this is a good thing? They should jump the gun and start working on Sonic 3?
Totally indifferent. Totally indifferent. I give zero shits about the working man. Anybody that's busting their ass for their family for 80 hours a week, I give zero fucks, okay?
That's Mike the capitalist. He's consistent.
The market is supreme, okay? No, that's not how I feel. I got on a pseudo fake rant there. I don't know what I do see, because I think that Sean is right in saying that he's not surprised to see that a movie like Sonic 3 that can have, I don't know, fucking, are they showing dudes in green suits and people with tennis balls on long PVC pipes? Like, that's usually what. Yeah, is that what they're? Is that what they're shooting, and just getting the locations? Because in I always do this, but in a framework where your ultimate loyalty is to your investor, then they're going to do every fucking thing that they can to maximize the output, so to speak. Like, so it doesn't surprise me at all either. Is it shitty? Doesn't mean that the WGA is fucking justified in holding on and gripping tight and making serious points about
squeezing
what
it.
They will and will not. Squeezing it, yes, Brian. You might say squeezing it. Being serious about what they will and will not negotiate on. Like, I'm happy that they seem to be holding a line, because it really does feel like we're at kind of a decision point. Tipping point. Yeah. Just I don't know if culturally, but certainly professionally, and certainly for those.
I feel like they're at more of an impasse.
Yeah, it's kind of right. It's really it's an impasse.
Yeah. But what do you think? I mean, obviously, I don't think that the writers are going to give up too much in the negotiation. Do you guys? Like,
no, I don't think so either. 100%.
The writers are fucking necessary. Like,
same thing.
I've said it a million times. Like, the writers are fucking number one. They get short shrift, but the stories are theirs, and the stories are what it's all about, guys. If the stories suck, it doesn't matter if the performance is, if it's shiny, like if it looks great, then it sucks. Like, give me those dope stories, and for dope stories, we need, for dope fresh stories anyway, we need writers. For dope fucking recycled action bullshit, AI is gonna.
There's nothing for an actor to say without a writer. There's nothing. There's no set to dress without a writer. There's no there's no wardrobe without a writer. There is no makeup without a writer. You describe the characters, you describe the story, you describe the scene, you set exactly where everything is going to be. This scene is going to be in a car. So guess what? We need this car and this car. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing without the writers. Like, and like, the actors are striking, and that really shuts things down, because there were things that could still go on that were already written and such. But like, with the both of them striking, it's a fucking halt. You know what I mean? Like, aside from what I said, like the documentaries, which is mostly not going to be really actor related anyway. It'll be on like football or fucking, like history shit. Like, it's not, that's not like an actor driven thing anyway. So obviously that would continue to shoot. But like, how much of that is even happening, And a lot of musicians are standing with the WGA. I know like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre canceled their tour. Like, we all know that Taylor Swift is driving the economy single-handedly right now. But a lot of performers are not performing, to stand with the writers. So like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a simple decision to like anyone, but at the same time, like I feel like a lot of people look at it like they're like there's it's like a bunch of rich babies complaining about wanting more money, and they just don't really understand like that, 90% of the people that are in SAG make barely enough money to put food on the table. And
$27,000.
And on the writer side, like the way that the residuals have dropped from streaming and things like that, like a lot of them are making poverty wages as well. Like it's not, and you get a job and you're working on a job. Let's say you're working on a job that goes multiple seasons. You're working 4 months of the year instead of working, 8 or 9 months out of the year if you were on a network. I mean, it's just, there's so many things that are not understood, I feel like. And I wish that more people who like had a voice would speak out and say like, this is not for me, like this is for everyone else, and it's like, if you let things go a little bit, it's only going to progress. If you let a little bit of AI in 5 years, that's it. There's everything is AI. Like if you let them shit on you right now, it's not ever going to get any better.